How's everyone doing today? We're back again. Malik and Ibra, Think Talk, with our 11th episode. And we're back again with something that we think we're going to be doing a little bit more of now, social commentary. And for this episode, we have gone all over the internet to see, what has happened in the last week. And to start with, I have an update, Ibrahim.
All right.
The Tyrese topic from the last episode.
Yeah.
Do you know what has happened? I think it happened 2 weeks ago. Do you know what has happened to Tyrese?
No.
Okay, I'll tell you outrightly.
Yeah.
Tyrese got arrested for not paying child support. He posted on Instagram tonight, or I think on Sunday or something, that, I might get arrested, something is going on. And the next thing that I heard 2 days afterwards was that he got arrested for missing out on paying, I think, about $70,000 in child support. So basically, This is someone that and you remember the last episode we were already talking about. Well, he's already having to pay $20,000 in child support. This lady is asking for $40,000 more, but this guy is even struggling to pay the $20,000.
Yeah,
and somehow the judge is still letting this go. I'm guessing he has been released, but yes, he got arrested.
That's crazy.
That's the
man.
update.
Like what?
Life.
Yeah, I'm just thinking. What do you think this Samantha's girl? What do you think her mission is? It's looking more like she just wants to see him fall. I mean, I've seen divorce, like a lot of divorce situations where it's just about the money, but I just feel like they are not witch hunting, at least from, like celebrity divorces. I mean, like this seems like a witch hunt or like a vendetta. Like,
it's still about that money.
What money, bro?
It's Tyrese's
money.
He got arrested because he hasn't paid the money that was meant to go to her. So, I guess it's still about the money, right? Or at the end. But anyways, okay. So interesting stuff. 2 weeks ago, the MTV VMA Awards happened. A lot of very interesting performances and award-winning stuff. I think Eminem performed. Was LL Cool J also performed? I think Megan Thee Stallion. It was a freaking amazing show.
Yeah.
But one of the things that stole the show was Tyla's win of the Best Afrobeat Album or Best Afrobeat Artist of the Year. Tyla won.
Yeah.
Tyla, you know Tyla, right?
Yeah. I don't really care for her, but yeah, I do know.
that sounds
I'm just putting my opinion out there, and I don't.
She won the award because I saw this on Shade Room, and like there was a lot going on, a lot of conversations around this. She came out to get the award as any typical person would do. The people that presented the award to her was Lil Nas X and Halle Bailey, exactly, Chloe Bailey's younger sister. And she said it's too heavy for her, so she was asking one of the presenters if they could help her to hold it while she gives her speech. That was where the first issue came from. The second thing that then happened was when she gave her speech for winning the award, she mentioned that it's a little bit unfortunate that she's winning for Best Afrobeat because it just seems like they're lumping together all sorts of music from Africa under Afrobeats. And she reps the piano people. So I'm a piano. So it's like house music, but it has heavy pianos and stuff like this from South Africa. And she's saying, look, I rep the piano people. I'm not Afrobeats. It's a little bit sad that this award that I'm winning here is called Afrobeats. However, when she said that, she ended up still saying shout out to the people that paved the way for her to be on that platform. And she mentioned some Afrobeat artists as well, like Burna Boy, Wizkid, Rema, and Co. Now
she didn't
the
mention
internet, on Shade Room.
I found out. I was like, okay, yeah, but the video shouldn't be a skip like that. If you are mentioning names, I feel like the videos. But yeah,
maybe she only mentioned the people that she sort of have a personal relationship with. Could also be because when this artist, when they say stuff like that, it could really be that Burna Boy is like Tyla was good, look out for this, look out for that. and maybe Davido has just not had an interaction with her.
But if
I'm just
Omale
saying,
was
like,
having,
I don't-
yeah, that's what I'm like. The person has to sort of still, yeah, have like a rep or has sort of a reputation where it can be on that list. It doesn't matter if you have a personal, it shouldn't matter, you know. But yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah, but we'll never know what she was thinking.
Yeah.
But at least, so as you can already see, Ibra, there was a lot to talk about with regards to how she handled that whole situation. I have my opinion. I also have the perspective from my angle, what might have been happening in her head in that moment as well. However, the thing is that the first thing that people had issues with her passing the award because it's a little bit too heavy to the people that presented the award to her. And a lot of people were like, oh, why is she being disrespectful, trying to have Halle Bailey carry this heavy award because she can't carry it? What's going on? What do you think about that, Ibrahim?
From the comment that I saw online, right? I think it would have been different if it's coming from another artist, if it's not coming from an African artist. Of course, from a lot of the comments on Shade Room, I saw like, oh, what is this low quality Rihanna? What is this Temu Rihanna feeling like or whatever? And I get it. I mean, she
Tim Rihanna.
like, if it would have been another, let's say Megan Thee Stallion told Halle Bailey, like, I don't think people would have.
They could have made that into a completely different story. And
Yeah.
I'm with you on that as well. Like, I don't see why that's even something we're having a conversation about now. So if you would permit me, I would just say let's move on to the second topic because I think there's a lot more to say about that one. Because talking about her passing I really agree with you that it was completely blown out of proportion. Makes no sense to me. It's just a very honest gesture. Can you help me with this?
Yeah.
Whoever she passed it to there, it could have been Morgan Freeman, it could have been anything. Whoever could have helped her there, it was nothing. And I'm sure she didn't think about it in any fucking way. So yeah, that's it. However, the second one, I know we already got into it a little bit. Say, oh, she didn't mention Davido, but let's forget even Davido. The idea of having to go on that stage, win an award as an Afrobeat award, and then say, look, I'm not even Afrobeats, I'm piano. What do you think about that?
If you would have such mindset, you shouldn't then be on that stage for the particular award because it's a conflict of interest, right? So if you are claiming, oh, I'm a piano, and you are right there on the stage for an Afrobeat Awards, then the best thing to then say after such statement is, oh, I don't deserve this, or yeah, I don't want to take this, or I can't claim this, or something like that. Yeah, because then she could, if she's not planning on doing that, then she should have at least reserved the comment for some other time, maybe a post interview or some other.
Yeah, I thought about it a little bit more, and I sort of paid attention to how Afrobeat actually became big in the public. Yeah, so before we didn't even used to have Afrobeat awards, right? In this American award shows, we never had Afrobeat award in MTV, never had it in Grammys. In fact, the awards that Africans used to win in the Grammys, like the ones that Angelique have won so many times, the one that Burna Boy got was like global. It's the Global Music Award in the Grammys, not Africa Music Award. However, after a while, the Grammys actually created the Africa Music Award separately because they realized that African artists were like really breaking into the mainstream, even in the US and the globe in general, and they felt the need to do that. So from my own side, I was thinking initially in your direction to say, Tyler, if you're not Afrobeat, you shouldn't have submitted your music for that, because I think for these awards usually I think you have to submit your songs,
yeah,
right?
For most.
I don't know if for most, maybe this is not how the MTV does it, but on the other hand, there's nothing for Amapiano. Should she deny herself an MTV VMA award? We are Nigerians. We have a relationship with Afrobeat. Afrobeat is the front runner of African music at the moment. Afrobeat already has a platform. and thinking about the other African genre that don't have that platform, that get lumped on the Afrobeat, I think whatever platform they can get for their voice to be heard to say, look, I know you all think we are all this, but really, trust me, there's so much more. I think they have to use it. Tyla she's doing something crazy. I don't know even how that has happened, I have to be honest. I know we had a conversation as well about how come Tyla has won so many awards with the Water song, even though the Water song was not even half as big as CK's Love Wanting. But it's like, I don't know how this works in the industry, but she has the platform and she needs to use it to advocate for Amapiano at the biggest stages in the most shocking way possible.
I feel like she has definitely leveraged using the genre like Afrobeat to really go that far. So like using the same platform and now denouncing it. Maybe that's actually how I feel about it. It's like you've used this Afrobeat thing in the US so far, at least to break in, to get in. Now you are trying to push for something else. And I get it. Like you said that before, maybe she wouldn't have even had the breakthrough like mainstream globally if she didn't first do that. But yeah, I just feel like you could have just stick to what you want to be known for. Because I mean, you know, I live in the US and I know she has had a lot of interviews, media tour, and I've seen a lot online. And from how she has carried herself and how she has really portrayed her brand, felt to me like she is an Afrobeat artist and now she's not anymore.
So from what I know, I don't think she has done that. But I can understand that in all the noise, it feels like that to a lot of people because they will only compare to Thames and Arya Star as well and stuff like that because they are all female artists, you know, breaking grounds outside Africa. Yeah. And that's why it seems like she's in that bubble. But she hasn't featured any Afrobeat artists. She has not done any Afrobeat songs. She's actually not marketed herself as Afrobeat. She has actually done a thing very independently without featuring any Afrobeat artists. But because she's out of Africa and the biggest names out of Africa are Afrobeat artists, I know how it can seem like that.
So are you also of the opinion that not all African artists make Afrobeat?
Not all Nigerian artists even make Afrobeat. 100%. It's like Johnny Drew doesn't make Afrobeat. Manny Wells doesn't make Afrobeat. Right? Ooh, ooh. This is not Afrobeat. Like it does. There's so many. There's Afropop. There's Afrobeat. There's alter music. There's R&B coming out from there as well. There's Amapiano. There's Kona or something from East Africa. There's so much coming from there. There's Juju. If you ask me, if we want to be super technical, I will even say that the Afrobeats that we are calling Afrobeats today is Afrofusion. Afrobeat is still Seun Kuti, Femi Kuti.
Yeah, that's without the S. That's the Afrobeat. Yeah.
Jesus Christ! I think we
coined. Yeah,
I've heard this.
Yeah.
Exactly, but it makes no fucking sense to me. Like Afrobeat, and I do Afrobeat without the S. Afrobeat, because one had one beat and the other has many beats. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, I mean that was sort of that came up as a clarification of the genre, right? Because
I think
at the point it already happened, and everyone just felt like, okay, everyone is already calling it Afrobeat, so let's just figure out a way to differentiate these two. So there wasn't a way to retract that at that point. That was why. I believe it's like or it's just to sort of fix things. Like, okay,
Oh, interesting stuff. Do you know this man called Naija Shimadu?
No.
Naija Shimadu is this old one that is always like, he calls Whiskey Ibrahim.
Oh, I know him.
Like, my boy Ibrahim.
Ibrahim,
Naija Shimadu.
Ibrahim,
Ibrahim, go drop from you now.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's crazy that you and Wizkid actually have the same name. We should plug some of your songs on this one very soon.
Yeah.
So that they know that it could have been when the society was deciding, it could have been you or Wiz, but well.
I still find that like surprising even to me when just see the name and I'm like, huh, this guy is actually my namesake, man. Like, he's just, you can't really, yeah.
Exactly. But Najashi Madun was saying, oh, people say Afrobeat took over the world. And his own stance is like, what the hell is that lie? Afrobeat hasn't taken over the world because I've gone to a lot of African shows and 99.9% of people in those shows are Africans. And I was like, pause. Egbon, you meant to say 99.9% were blacks. They are not necessarily Africans. You wouldn't even know that. Yeah, exactly. Because you don't have that number of Africans filling up Burna Boy shows in the US. We are not that many out there. So just old, yeah. But I understand that Afrobeat has pushed the boundaries of the global market. Actually, K-pop and Afrobeat are the fastest growing genre globally. So we are definitely pushing the boundaries, and it's just that we're also still much more accepted in the black community. We stormed Asia, but it's India that picked us. They have some dark skin. Like this, there's a little bit of connection with this thing as well. And I don't know if there's a cultural connection to that as well. But yes, majority of the people that have accepted Afrobeat, we are definitely breaking those grounds. Spotify is recognizing, Grammy is recognizing. They literally had to separate. Do you know that in the Grammys, I think K-pop don't have their own awards yet. They are still part of Global Music Album or whatever. And all this other genre from Europe and stuff, they still lump them together under Global Music Album as like, Global Music. African music has its own category in the Grammys now. So everyone is recognizing that we are breaking those grounds and we are moving forward. So, Egbon, yes, we are definitely taking over the world, eh?
Even before now, like, as far back as like 10 years ago, right? Afrobeat had a strong hold of the culture in the Caribbeans, right? Like the likes of Timaya, Pato Rankin, they were already massive. I still find that shocking, like just thinking back and realizing like, these guys were really huge in like Jamaica, in like all these other Caribbean countries, and they are mostly filled with black people. So yeah, definitely not just.
But was it Afrobeat? Because I remember Pato Rankin and Timaya did a lot of patois type songs as well.
Yeah, they have a genre for that.
It was a fusion. It was a fusion with what they had in the Caribbean, so it was quite easy for them to flow into.
Maybe Afro dancehall, I think, say, or maybe.
Yeah, the Afro dancehall, I think that was what they did. Because what's different with Afrobeat is that we are actually going in there with Yoruba men. Like, we're going there with Pidgin. Like, we're going there with Igbo. The Nigerian beat and the lyrics that these people they don't even know what it is. You know? I need to go and show you. I need to go and show you.
It was like when Awilo Logomba like blew in Nigeria, no? We didn't know what he was saying, but it was fire, man.
Exactly. That's a different type of breakthrough that we are seeing now, and it's fucking amazing, man. Fucking amazing. And I have to say, props to the guys that actually led the way, because I'm thinking about it now that a lot of people have contributed to it. And we have to say, we're still moving forward. There's still a lot to be done in keeping originality, continuing to innovate as well, because we might get stuck on a particular sound and we miss out on all the different sounds that we used to enjoy before. I also like that we have some, the altered genre for me, for example. There are moments where I'm just stuck on that, I'm stuck on those type of music. And
it's lo-fi African thing, because that's like one new sound for me that I find quite enchanting, bro.
I think the altered, because altered took from it, but lo-fi, I think it's almost just like a musical sound. It's not necessarily African. It's just a musical sound, but there are people making Afro lo-fi. Let me put it that way. Oh, another update. Shannon motherfucking Sharp. Baba did not. Shannon Sharp was on IG Live. Turns out that he said that it was by mistake. But on IG Live, they heard in the background Shannon Sharp having sex. And it trended. It became a big thing. I think a day after or something, or that same night, someone posted from his Instagram account that his Instagram was hacked. And then Onk came out the next day to tell everyone that it wasn't hacked. He just didn't understand what was going on. He did not even know that it was on IG Live. He just kept on getting calls. And that's how we found out that it was on IG Live. Now, a lot of people are still talking about it. What do you think, Ibra, about the whole thing?
It's probably staged, considering the fact that Shannon has been having this sort of rumors surrounding his sexuality. This is my opinion, that he's gay, he's not gay, and yeah, that's just what I think when I saw the whole life thing, and I'm like, Unc might just be trying to debunk the rumor.
Clarify. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was trying to. Actually, that's actually a very smart angle to think about it.
Yeah.
You saw that guy and you thought it wasn't fucking. Like, why is he keeping out those muscles with testosterone shots and stuff at his age? You see how muscular he is. You see how massive he is.
He's huge.
Do you think
he's
do you
huge.
think it's natural?
I would argue that it is, because he played in the NFL.
At that age, Jesus.
It has always been like this, and this is why I'm thinking that I think it will be, because if he was just a gym fitness coach or whatever, I wouldn't be able to say like, okay, I know what your routine is or what it's like. But being in the NFL, I would argue that they can't use such things, and retiring, it will just sort of be like a maintenance thing that you just have to maintain. You get what I mean?
That's interesting. Yeah, I 100% understand what you're saying. Even if you played in the NFL, as you age, you lose muscle mass. So you really can't maintain the type of size that Shannon Sharp has. It's not something you can maintain. Like, it's the same with Dwayne Johnson.
How old is he?
Or Batista. Do you think they call him uncle for nothing?
Maybe like 51, 52.
Oh, but it's 56. That man is almost 60. There's no
So
way.
you think he's terroring?
So no, it's testosterone or something. Like, so the thing is that after 40, you like keeping muscle mass is already an issue. So he has had 16 years to be losing it gradually. Have you seen how massive he is?
I know. Yeah, I know.
It's not fat. It's like
It's pure muscle. Yeah,
it looks like
like
it looks
a
like those
stone.
bulldogs that are like, bro. Do you know those pictures of bulldogs that have been placed on steroids? Like,
Yeah.
Shannon is like, this big man is still massive at 56. I don't think it's natural. I believe that it's using testosterone. And when you see them, let's use The Rock for example. The Rock would make a lot of videos about him going, oh yeah, he's also using stuff. David Batista, the wrestler, have you seen his recent picture? Oh, the big man decided that he stopped using whatever stuff he was using. David Batista is like this now, and he said, I feel healthier this way. You are not keeping that type of muscle mass without anything. Back to the story of the IG live video. It might actually be that he was trying to debunk something. You're right. That actually makes sense. Because now he is like his friend on the sports show as well was talking about him.
Yeah, I forgot his name.
Kai was like, Onk, I saw what you did. Yeah, put your phone away next time, blah, blah. So it's like they don't want it to just die down. Even if it's not to debunk his sexuality, I think Onk likes virality now. It's like portable in Nigeria. Like, I think after that interview with Cat Williams, I think he's enjoying being number one.
The momentum.
Viral
Yeah, the
person.
momentum is
exactly.
Yeah.
And I would imagine that if he was really not feeling nice about it, he would want it to die down. In Hollywood, if you want something to die down, just shut the fuck up about it. Now, next big story. Super Bowl. Super Bowl is coming. And, Jay-Z has been the one selecting the people to perform at the Super Bowl for a bit now. And the Super Bowl is going to be played in New Orleans this year. Guess who has been selected? Do you know, right? Do you know the story?
Yeah, I know the story. Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar has been selected to perform at the Super Bowl in New Orleans this year. However, there should be no story about it. Kendrick is the fucking biggest rapper this year. After what it did to Drake, that sounded crazy. Sorry. After what happened with Drake, after not like
That was the right thing to say. After what it did. Yeah, that's the truth.
Yeah, after everything that happened there, is now it's the most relevant rap artist in the world today, if not one of the most relevant musicians in general in 2024, and has been relevant for a while. Is a great performer. We know he has done the Super Bowl when Dr. Dre had the Super Bowl as well. He's great at this. Yeah, he's gonna give you a show. And Jay-Z, knowing the type of person that Jay-Z is, has selected Kendrick Lamar to perform at the Super Bowl halftime show this year in New Orleans. What's crazy about that is there's another great legendary rapper from New Orleans. This person has communicated severally that they would love to perform the Super Bowl. And now that the Super Bowl is coming back to New Orleans, it feels gutted that it wasn't selected to perform. And that person is Lil Wayne. We all know Lil Wayne, man. Lil Wayne is absolutely one of the greatest rappers ever. Yeah, he has been super amazing. Gave us a lot of great artists as well. We got Tyga, we got Drake, we got Nicki Minaj, all from Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne was that fucking godfather that brought them into limelight. So what has happened is now that Lil Wayne was not given, we've gotten comments from Nicki, Birdman, everyone saying, what the fuck? You know, fuck J.A., fuck whatever. What's your take on this?
It looks quite disrespectful to Lil Wayne. The most disrespectful part for me is the fact that he has already made it known in the media that this is something that he would die to have, he would love to have. Even though Kendrick is having a great year, I think most people also would prefer to see Lil Wayne perform in his hometown rather than Kendrick. At least that's the sentiment that I see online also.
I completely understand and I agree with you that it feels disrespectful. Whether it was Kendrick, whether it was Lil Wayne, it would have been a great show anyways. Lil Wayne is an amazing performer as well. But Jay-Z is the type of person that it would rather put it down to the paper and think, these are my options. How do I create the best show? Without sentiment, I don't think Kendrick at the moment is not a better show than Lil Wayne at the moment. I think Lil Wayne will be a good show.
At any moment, I think Kendrick is a far better performer than Lil Wayne. Definitely.
You understand this, yeah? And you see, you know everything that you have to do with the halftime show. So knowing the kind of man Jay is, and keep in mind, before Jay took over selecting the artists for the halftime show, just think about it. There were great halftime shows, and then after Prince, and then there was that moment where no one cared about the halftime show. And then suddenly it came up again. Everyone started caring again. That was thanks to Jay. And I don't think Jay is that guy that is not that perfectionist guy that is about to, start fucking things up because of sentiment. I think Jay is a very cold guy. Look, Jay has supported a lot of artists. He has helped a lot of artists. But when you look at how Jay handled things, I mean, when Birdman was fucking Lil Wayne up, yeah? Birdman owed Lil Wayne, I think it stole like $100 million from Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne had tax issues. Guess who came to Lil Wayne's head?
Yeah,
Jay-Z.
Jay,
Jay-Z paid his.
I know.
So you know that even when Jay supports you somehow, it's still always a calculated move. I don't do sentiments, I do ABC, or I do 1 + 1 = 2. Kendrick, by the way, became the rap artist with the highest grossing rap concert. So he had the most people at this concert and he made the most money at this concert of any rapper in history this year. So Kendrick is not just killing it. Kendrick is becoming the most marketable rap artist active at the moment. And I know Drake is like crazy marketable, but somehow Kendrick has shown that, is doing it as a rapper as well,
Yeah.
So the math is clear. Pepsi is looking for their next football star. Ronaldo, Messi had a year. It's 2019. Messi just scored 91 goals. Let's add on top of that, Messi won everything. And then on top of that, Messi did the Ballon d'Or, the highest goal scorer, the biggest artist. And then Pepsi wants to choose, and they're thinking, let's go for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer because he trained Ronaldo before Ronaldo became great. Like, I would say Drake should be considered before even Wayne at this point, at the moment.
I think the two metrics anyone would use to sort of judge this situation would be the business side and the cultural side. So like Jay is the business guy. He's the one thinking this is best for my business.
But even culture-wise, remove sentiment, rap, black culture at the moment.
Yeah.
Like everything points to Kendrick. If you want to do something non-sentimental, I think the only thing Wayne has for himself at the moment is I'm from New Orleans. You should have given me some score on that. But if it was close between them, I think Jay would have still picked Wayne. Wayne has the discography, no doubt. But Wayne is just not at the moment moving like someone that can shake. Bro, I love Lil Wayne, by the way. Lil Wayne is a freaking legend. It's great. It's amazing. But sometimes you see Wayne out there and you're thinking, what's happening with the big man, you know? It's unfortunate that that's all people will see from outside when they make decisions in those rooms.
That would still be the business decision. And culturally, using the football analogy, they are trying to have like a football fest in Portugal, and somehow Ronaldo is not involved. Regardless of if Ronaldo is at his peak or if he's not at his peak, he has to be involved. He has to sort of be a face at that event. And I don't think it would have like a terrible performance when it comes to that. It's just
Ronaldo at the moment is still showing that he's active enough. Ronaldo at the moment is still showing that he can be an ambassador of football. This is what is different about it. Lil Wayne is not showing at the moment that he can be the ambassador for rap music. Like if Lil Wayne was doing just enough for, let's say what Eminem is even doing. Eminem is also not on top of the game at the moment. 50 Cent is not making rap album at the moment. But 50 Cent's positioning in the world at the moment will still justify why something is happening in New York. You still have to bring 50 Cent for rap. The halftime show of the Super Bowl, it's a marketing event. There are businesses paying millions of dollars per second to be a part of something that we can get a lot of people to watch. Lil Wayne will have a very nice seat at the show, but it's not the guy that would, at the moment, he hasn't positioned himself that way. He didn't need to do as much as Kendrick, but he shouldn't have been too far away. That's the point.
What does it take to have a successful Super Bowl halftime show?
You think it requires relevance, so you need people, you need someone that people actually, that can rile up people that they want to see. There's a lot of marketing that goes around it because the Super Bowl halftime show success is gauged by how many people actually watch. Is it big enough to have the halftime show that is a Super Bowl halftime show?
Yeah. Do you know how many artists Lil Wayne can pull up? Because of how many songs he has had with a lot of other artists, right? And a lot of massive hits that he could decide to put on the list of the songs he's performing.
I'm with you. If I would rate the legends of the game, Kendrick is still not on Wayne's level yet, though. Bro, Lil Wayne ruled. Lil Wayne ruled the world. He did everything from actually being a great rapper and also charting every charts that you can think of and giving us people that have taken rap to the next level. Lil Wayne has contributed to the game in a way that Kendrick might never be able to contribute to the game.
Yeah, like there is a case there, but that Kendrick doesn't deserve this is not the case. I'm just saying, yeah.
So he deserves it.
Yeah, I'm just saying like Lil Wayne would also make a great show if...
No argument there. But if you have to choose between Wayne and Kendrick today, who would you have chosen?
As a businessman, definitely, I would also choose Kendrick. That's.
Yeah, but how can you separate? How much is? Let's check how much the Super Bowl cost.
What I'm saying this is let me break down my business case study that I've been saying, because this is not Jay saying I want to sponsor Kendrick's concert. This is a different situation. This is a different event happening standalone. Then you are incorporating a bit of like another part of something into it. So it's not like there won't be like a Super Bowl without music. The game is going to exist, right?
No.
With
The
or
Super Bowl
without music.
halftime show. The Super Bowl halftime show cost a lot, and it's a show. The show itself costs a lot. But the reason they always have a halftime show in the Super Bowl, it's not because people love football, American football now. It's because that's the show that allows all those marketing activities to happen. The Super Bowl halftime show is actually the event. Football is happening around it. The marketing activity, how many people watch American football? Like, the show is not the icing on the cake of the football. The football is just, we have a great opportunity as American capitalists are. We have a great opportunity now. What can we do to make it global? People literally watch the halftime show, shut down their TV. Who cares about who wins the American NFL?